showtime. Woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. Silent and profiling. Woo, it's live and in color. Woo!
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy, and guys, this is the pregame show. And by the way, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because I always forget to tell you what is going on, guys. Are you guys ready? It's less than an hour. The Buffalo Bills take on the New York Jets. Oh, I'm sorry, the New Jersey Jets. What is up, Nabel? What's up, fellas? Let's get it done. Go Bills. Hell yeah, go Bills. Beth, what's up? Glad you're in the building. Tommy, happy football Sunday. Yeah, let's hope that it remains happy football Sunday. Because guys, I'll say it again, like I said it last week. This is a must win. And I mean, listen, last week was 100% a must win, but this is like, I don't know. What is this? This is like do or die, right? We need this win. We have to have this one. There's just, guys, there's no other way around it. We have to beat the Jets today. And I think we have to beat the Jets convincingly. And our offense needs to look better, much better, in my opinion, because we have a tough slate of games coming up. After this week, we got at Philadelphia. Then we have our bye week. Then we go to Kansas City, play them at KC. And then we got, I believe, the Cowboys at home and the Chargers and the Patriots and the Dolphins. Like, there's really one game in there, the Patriots, that it should be, we can count that as a dub. Other than that, man, tough sledding. Allen needs to run. Yeah, man. Allen needs to just get back to being himself, man, and what he does best, right? Which is stop overthinking everything and make your decision and go with it. And if it's a turnover, it is what it is. But him holding the ball, being just overthinking everything is honestly, it's not helping him at all. And you can see with the turnovers. Josh always looks sad now. Yeah, and hopefully today he doesn't. Hopefully today he has a big smile on his face and he's happy. I mean, when was the last time we saw Josh actually happy? I would say the Dolphin game, right? And since then, it's just been a nightmare, really, all season. By the way, I'll give you some updates on some scores. So you guys, for those who want the score updates. So around the league, we'll just go around the league. The Browns are beating the Steelers right now, 10-7 in the fourth quarter. That's in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes left. The Bears are beating the Lions 23-14 in Detroit. The 3-7 Bears going against the 7-2 Lions in Detroit. And there's 7 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Bears have the ball. Not looking good if you're a Lions fan right now. I mean, luckily they're still 7-2, but you don't want to lose to the Bears, especially at home. Chargers are losing to the Packers. We need the Packers to go ahead and beat the Chargers just so, we can get them out of our rear view mirror because they're 4-5. You don't want them going 5-5. The Raiders are only down a touchdown, 20-13, fourth quarter, 10 minutes and 55 seconds. So that quarter just pretty much started. Giants are beating the Commanders 21-12. Cowboys are beating the Panthers 30-10. The Jaguars are beating the Titans. We wanted the Titans to win that, but they're not. They're down 34-7. The Texans and Cardinals are close. Fourth quarter, 8 minutes and 50 seconds left. 21-16 Texans. Cardinals have the ball at the 50 and driving. So it'd be good for the Cardinals to win as well. Drop the Texans to 5-5. So there's your update on some scoring. So Miami's close. So right now, let me scroll back up to that Dolphin game. So Raiders have the ball at Miami's. Looks like Miami's fifth at the 50. I thought they were at the 45. So at the 50, there's 10 minutes, 55 seconds to go in that game. They're only down a touchdown, man. So they're hanging in there with the Dolphins. I didn't think this game was going to be close. I think I predicted like 35-13, something like that. So, man, Raiders are definitely playing for their coach, man. Their interim coach, that is, Pierre, whatever his name is. Pierce. Actually, I called him Pierre. Pierce. Roy Collins at 2013, yep. But the Raiders have the ball, and they're driving. No, I just started. 3:30, so you're not that late, buddy. Nice, I'll take that. Yeah, man, that would be, guys, if the Raiders could pull off a win, that would be so helpful for the Buffalo Bills. But the Buffalo Bills need to handle their business, right? Like, every game is like a playoff game through, from here on out. That's how I see it. Guys, so I wanted to do the big three. That's why I do this every pregame now. I'm starting to do this with you guys. So the big three. So the big three causes for concern and the big three keys to victory. So we're going to start with the causes for concern. I can't talk. All right. So let's get this thing going, guys. All right. First one, new OC. And I told you, this guy in the blue, I'm not sure who he is, but he's just like, man, this team's terrible. This offense is shit. Hey, Joe, what do you think about taking over, Joe? And Joe's like, I think I could do a better job than what Ken Dorsey's doing. And Josh is over there going, God, I love Ken Dorsey, but this is garbage. All right, anyways. If you're celebrating the Bills' decision to fire offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey, don't get carried away. Maybe Buffalo's offense will improve. Maybe it won't. A midseason change is hard to pull off, and it's a trial by fire. A good outcome will not be guaranteed at all. Yeah, guys. I mean, I told you this, right? So, listen, we're in week 11, and we just put Joe Brady as new OC. It's going to be the same offensive playbook, guys. The same. The only difference is, what I'm hoping is the play calling will be better, right? And then in-game adjustments will be better. And then also, will Joe Brady understand his players' strengths and weaknesses and use them in the game? That's something Ken Dorsey failed to do with players like Deontay Hardy and Sherfield, right? He didn't know how to use them correctly. So I'm hoping Joe Brady understands this. Also, the run game, Murray should be in there early on. Murray should be getting carries, breaking down that defensive line. It helps James Cook. It really does. If you notice, all James Cook's, his best performances this season has been when Latavius Murray has gotten carries early on, that is. So let's keep that trend going. That's what I want to see. But we'll see. We'll see if if Brady sprinkles in some of his own little, taste to the offense, his own whatever, right? Like his own what's the word I'm looking for? Just his own flavor, right? Of this offense on how he feels it should be. So we'll see. Like I said, he sounded good in the press conference. He said all the right things, but it's on the field, right? That matters the most, right? Talking, we heard all the talk already from McDermott this whole season, right? Coach speak, and it's gotten us nowhere. Let's see it on the field, right? Let's make a difference on the field. Hey, Mikey, coaching is the biggest concern. Hell yes, it is. By the way, inactive today, Poona Ford inactive again. Makes no sense. I feel bad for the dude. Luckily, he only signed 1 year. I mean, for him, so he can get the hell out of Buffalo because we're not using him. It's ridiculous. So I don't know what to say there anymore. He's infatuated with Tim Settle for some odd reason. Tim Settle hasn't done a damn thing since coming to Buffalo, so I don't know. Guys, I really don't know anymore. I don't know what to say. Like, I really don't. NFL's best defense that shows up versus the Bills. Not only is Brady being tossed in the deep end in general, it's happening against what could be the best defense in the NFL. The Jets are still afloat despite the loss of quarterback Aaron Rodgers, Achilles, because their defense is legit. Here's some per game stats. Total yards allowed, 307. They're sixth in the NFL. Passing yards allowed, 169.3. That's third in the NFL. points allowed, 19.1. They're 7th in the NFL. Takeaways, 15th. They're tied for 4th. Damn good, right? Not to mention, over the past few seasons, New York can be a thorn in the side of Buffalo. The Jets bring in against the Bills. The Jets bring it against the Bills and don't make it easy, just like in week 1. The last 2 seasons has seen these two AFC East rivals split their season series. Let's hope it's split again this year. Right? Oh, please beat the Jets. Free Puna. Right. But yeah, man. So listen, this is no easy task, guys. This is boy, I mean, could it be like for Joe Brady? Could this be a tougher game? Like, my God, like this is it. You're going against, for me, the best defense in the NFL. Now, some might argue Cleveland, but for me, I think it's the Jets, man. Overall, I think their tackling is great. I think their speed is great on the edges. I think their defensive line is great. I think their corners are great. Their scheme is great. They're a very, very, very good defense. And they're all young too, man. That's crazy. They're only going to get better. So kudos to the Jets, man. They built themselves a hell of a defense. And Joe Brady is going to really have to figure it out. Now, what I was thinking last night was, the Jets, damn well. Saleh, the Jets defensive coordinator, are saying to themselves, it's going to be the same old Bills, guys. We're gonna go in there with the same defense, right? Like, we're not going to change anything up, because they're not going to change anything up. They haven't in years, right? So let's just go with what we know, right? And what they're all about. We don't even need to look at the film. Like, that's what I would be like. I'd be like, yeah, bro, they're running the same shit week to week. And I'd be like, hey, okay, they got a new OC. I don't think he's going to do shit anyways. I think it's going to be the same old, same old. Joe Brady needs to come out and he needs to throw them a curveball. We need to have a different type of offense going against the Jets that they haven't seen yet. Something different, right? I don't care if it's up-tempo right away, no huddle. We need to throw something different at that defense. So their defense is now going, what the fuck? They're guessing, right? That's how I look at it. Joe Brady needs to be super creative against this Jets defense, who knows us very well. So if I'm Joe Brady, like I said, this whole week, I know you only had 1 week, but I would definitely, the game plan would be to throw something totally different at the New York Jets and what they're familiar with seeing on tape and against us. That's how I would do it. I would run the ball. Yep. Mikey, I'm with you. Yeah, gotta let it, bro. Oh, I thought you said gotta run. He's got to. Mikey has to run. I was gonna say we gotta run, but I get it. Later, brother. Talk to me after the game. You're talking to me during the game, punk. So, anyways, listen. You got to get Murray in there early on. By the way, of course, Fournette is not active again. I don't get it. I really don't understand. That's the thing with McDermott as well. Like, what are you doing? Are you serious now? Like, you can't get Fournette in the game. You can't activate him from the practice squad. You couldn't just get him familiar with some of the playbook by now, the plays that he would be, in the game for. I really, it's mind boggling. Why are players signing here if we're not going to use them? I don't get it. He would be a big time asset to this team, guys. I know you don't realize it, but you got 2 bruisers there. You would have Murray and Fournette that could really break down, bang up that defensive line, and and that would help get Cook going through the course of the game. And it would help Allen out on our short down plays or our goal line plays. I don't get it. But anyways, Murray's the guy today, and Cook, I'm telling y'all, man, have Murray get in there early, use them. I want to see at least 8 carries minimum by Murray. Now, I'm not asking a lot there, but get him going early. And then Cook, I want to see at least 15 carries. At least. So that's over 20 carries. I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. With the combine. And that's not counting Allen's runs, if they have any designed runs for Josh Allen. So, yep. Anyways, all right, let's get to the next. Sloppy lately. Look at Josh. He's not a happy guy there. He probably just either fumbled the ball or he threw an interception there. Probably interception. Who knows? But he's just like, man, Jesus. I gotta play better. I mean, obviously, like listen, by the way, Josh Allen takes it harder than anyone about him turning the ball over. Like, you know what I mean? So like he gets it. He just needs to play better, and he needs to stop talking about that he needs to play better, and he needs to do it on the field. Plain and simple. The Bills have 18 total giveaways. My God, 18 so far this season. Of those, 4 happened last week, including 3 from quarterback Josh Allen. Unacceptable. Now, mind you, one of them is not his fault. In and out of the hands of Gabe Davis. I mean, come on. But yeah, the rest were absolutely his fault. Look to Dorsey all you want. Being hopeful is part of being a fan. But combined with the Jets' talented defense, Buffalo's ability to give the ball away is extremely concerning still. Yes, it is. Absolutely, it's concerning. And we just keep doing it week after week after week after week. And some of the turnovers are just they're unacceptable. We win the coin toss last week, guys. We take the ball first and we fumble on the very first play of the game. Can't have that. You cannot have that. Raven for life. Y'all don't know Lenny is so overweight and out of shape. That's why I don't think so. I mean, I've seen him practice. I mean, of course, I'm not seeing him on the weight scale, and I don't know if you are, but he looked fine to me. But it's possible. Who knows? He hasn't played football all year. I don't know if he's out of shape and fat. Like I didn't see that at all. But who knows? Maybe that is the case, but I don't think so, man. We did this last year when we got Nyheim Hines. We took a while to activate him, and matter of fact, we didn't even use him in the offense. So I think it's more just a trust thing, knowing the playbook, all that stuff, and that's the reason. I don't think it has anything to do with him being fat. Which, by the way, I didn't see him fat at practice, but who knows? Who knows? All right, let's get to the next. Let's get to 3 keys to victory. All right, how can we win this thing, man? Well, offense definitely has to play better. All right, so let's get to it. Look at Josh with trying to hurdle 3 guys there. I mean, God, come on, Josh. Turn the page. Oh, Ken Dorsey. You know, I gotta say, man, Ken Dorsey, I hope he goes back to like quarterback coaching because he's an excellent quarterback coach. He really is, guys. He's like a smart dude, man. I just think right now OC is not for him. It doesn't mean that he can't get back into being an OC, but I think I just right now I think he was a little over his head, right? So go back to teaching quarterbacks. That's what you do best, and then maybe one day you'll get another shot at OC, but it just wasn't for you, man. All right. Some in Western New York might be celebrating the Bills' decision to fire offensive coordinator. The team is not. Even quarterback Josh Allen said he took that personally because he knows it's his and his teammates' fault. Even so, Buffalo's locker room can't get held up on that. Turn the page, beat the Jets. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Josh Allen wasn't happy, but hey, man, I mean, you didn't help either, right? So we needed a change. We needed a new voice. We needed some kind of spark. And it was really odd. McDermott came out and said, I believe it was Thursday or Friday. I forget what the day he said it, but that Josh Allen looks like he was having the most fun he's had all season in practice, right? And I don't know. Is that like kind of a dig towards Dorsey? Like when Dorsey was here, he wasn't having fun in practice. I don't know. It's a little odd to say that. It's kind of a jab at Dorsey, to be honest with you. He didn't really have to say that, but maybe he's just trying to make us at home feel confident about this Bills offense moving forward. Now Josh Allen's he's happy again. Right? We got happy Josh back. Woo! You know, thank you, Joe Brady. So yeah, man. Look, man. I don't know much about Joe Brady. I'm not going to sit here and lie and tell you I do. From what I know, obviously he coached at LSU. He was an assistant coach there. I believe they had like a dual OC role. He was one of them. I think he won an award as well there. Obviously they won the championship with Burrow. He also coached with the Saints. I believe he was like a assistant there as well. And then he was OC at Carolina in 2020, and then he got fired in 2021 midseason. Now, grant you, they didn't have the greatest squad there in Carolina. They didn't have a quarterback in place. I think they even got Cam Newton the following year. Christian McCaffrey was hurt all year in 2020. I think he played 3 games maybe. So we can't really judge him on that because that wasn't the greatest team. He has players here, though. Like, we have a good team, guys. We have the players, to be a good team. It just, like I said earlier, I don't think Ken Dorsey understood his players' strengths and weaknesses. And let's hope Joe Brady does. Let's hope Joe Brady, like I said, has this, it could be a great OC because 7 games, we need him to be great. Let's be real. We need him to be great. And that's by the way, that's a lot of pressure for a guy just coming in a week 11. And it's not his offense. But by the way, this is not his offense. Like, this is not his playbook. So he has to work with the playbook that's not his, and then have he had 4 days to prepare, 5 days to prepare for the Jets. Not easy, guys. Not easy. All right, next up. Keep the ball. My God. Yes, keep the ball. Dorsey was not the one turning the ball over. Absolutely. I agree with that. The Bills have 18 total giveaways so far this season. Of those, 4 happened last week, including 3 from Allen. We read that. The Jets have one of the NFL's best defenses. A massive key to beating them is winning the turnover battle, something Buffalo is not good at doing. Well, we better start winning that battle, right? I mean, or guys, you're just going to hear my podcast. I'm just going to be every post game just laughing at the disaster that I'm looking at, that's unfolding in front of all of us. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we get our shit together and stop turning the ball over. I mean, that goes for everybody. That goes for James Cook. That goes for Josh Allen. Everybody that's involved here with the turnover. So come on, man. Can't turn the ball over. And by the way, too, you can't drop passes either. I know some of those throws are on Allen. He needs to learn how to put a little touch on the ball as well. Guys right in front of you, you don't need to throw a rocket pass every time. I mean, Diggs has told him that a few times. Josh Allen still doesn't understand that part. Like, everything is a rifle throw. Doesn't need to be. Some passes, you need to put a little touch on it. Put a little air under the ball. That's it. Real simple. All right, next up. Stop the run. You stop the run, you win the game, in my opinion. The Bills surprisingly lost to the Jets despite quarterback Aaron Rodgers sustaining an Achilles injury right away in week 1. However, the Jets running back Breece Hall led the way with 127 rushing yards in that win for New Jersey. He's got to be the focus for Buffalo's defense and head coach Sean McDermott for good reason. Absolutely. Listen, you stop Breece Hall, you stop that running attack, you leave it in the hands of Zach Wilson, you're going to win the game. You should. If the offense, once again, does their job. If they don't, then it's going to be a real ugly game. And then we're going to wind up losing 15-14 or some ridiculous, dumb score. But if the offense actually does their job, I could see this easily being like a 27-10, 27-13 game for Buffalo. If the offense actually does their job. If they don't, then yeah. But yeah, going back to the defense, stop the running attack. And by the way, it can be done. Breece Hall had 35 yards last week against the Raiders. It's not like he's this powerhouse running back week to week to week. He's a good running back, but their offensive line is not the best. They have a lot of problems on the offensive line. So there's no excuse for our defensive line not to be able to, 1, get to Zach Wilson, 2, stop the run. And Linval Joseph is a great addition. I feel like, that dude, we got lucky with him that he was around. He's a run stuffer. But we got to also get out to the edge. I notice a lot of times we're beat on the outside. That's up to Vaughn, that's up to Floyd, that's up to Rousseau to make that stop, and the linebackers as well. So, team effort today. Team effort on both sides of the ball, especially the offense. The offense has to go to work. They have to stop turning the ball over. It's time. The time is now. There is no more room for error for the Buffalo Bills. Plain and simple, guys. So any other questions, man, that you guys have? I know you guys are watching Red Zone. Not a lot of you in here right now. I get it. Football is on. But I just thought I'd come on here real quick, talk to you guys. Oh, by the way, you guys want to see the uniform today? I'll show you the uniform if you haven't seen already. Here we go. So here's the uniform right here. Who cares what the Jets are wearing? So right here, we're the uniform combination. Watch out for the uniform combination today. So we got, man, I like our uniforms, but my God, like, when are we ever going to get like creative and get a red helmet or do anything different with our uniforms? My God, it's the same shit every freaking season with this team. Let me give you some updates before I leave on NFL, the NFL scoreboard across the league. Yeah, I like the blue. I do, but around the league, you see some really cool uniforms, like bringing back some old school ones. Like, we haven't done nothing different. We've done the same boring ass uniforms. I think the only thing we've done differently that I can remember lately is we changed the face mask to white, which should have been done a long time ago. But yeah, red helmets, absolutely. Like, what is the problem? We had them years ago. Can't have them now? I don't get it. Like, man. Anyways, let me go around the scores, and then I'm going to get out of here. So, all right, guys. So, Steelers and Browns are tied 10-10. Steelers have the ball driving. They're at like the 45. 1 minute, 38 seconds to go. So, man, game's about to end. Ooh, man. All right. So, Bears 26, Lions 21, 26 seconds to go. Fourth quarter. Lions ball, first and goal at Chicago 1. They're about to take the lead. Timeout by Chicago with 26 seconds. So I might stay put on that one because this is interesting. Remember, I told you guys, man, it wasn't looking good early, and the Lions went ahead and are going to go ahead and probably win this game. I mean, they're at the 1 yard line, guys. So let's get back to some other games. Chargers are losing to the Packers 23-20. 2 minutes to go. Chargers ball at the 20. Let's go Packers. Like, let's go Packs. Dolphins winning 2013. Dolphins ball with 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Dolphins driving. They are at the, looks like they're at the 45 of the Raiders. So Raiders have to get a stop here. And they did. It's 4th and 5 at Raiders 45. So more than likely, the Dolphins will punt here. The Raiders will have 2 minutes left to score a touchdown and take it into overtime. The Giants are up 24-19 with 1 minute, 57 seconds left. Giants ball at their, looks like they're 35. They're up 24-19. So the Commanders still have an opportunity if they can get a stop. Cowboys up 33-10. 2 minutes, that game's over the Panthers, and that's it. That's your update, guys, around the league, man. So let's see here. Yeah, Dolphins are punting. Yep, absolutely. So listen, Raiders have an opportunity here to do something. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys real quick. I appreciate you guys coming on. We'll be here post-game at 7:30 around that time. So don't forget to hit the notification bell on that. Bills Mafia, I love you. And as always, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace. All right, I'm going to play that outro. And 3, 2, 1.